a turn of events that I never saw coming, we're going to be reacting to something very interesting today, actually. One of you guys sent this to me, and I don't know how to respond. I didn't know how to respond to this. I didn't know how to respond to this. I'm like, what? I never really thought about a topic like this. Anyways, to quit beating around the bush, we're going to be reacting to the Berlin Wall, top 6 remarkable escapes across the wall. I never really thought about the different ways people from the East, I guess, escaped into the West during that time. Now, I knew that it happened and stuff like that, but I never really thought there'd be a list video for something like that. Well, we're going to dive into it and see what those top 6 escape routes were. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome. If you guys are returning viewers, welcome back. We post videos every single day, and I don't know, I really enjoy what I do and stuff. If you guys want to catch, me reacting to stuff live, we have a Twitch channel at twitch.tv/JamesBrayGang. Link is in the description down below. Hit that subscribe button, also that like button, and give me some of your opinions in the comments down below. I always read the comments. I'll heart and like the comment once I've read it, and sometimes I'll reply back, sometimes I won't. It really just depends on the time I have. But this will be a really interesting video. I mean, I have learned more about the Berlin Wall in the last year and a half than I ever have in my entire life. So this will be very interesting, especially covering the top 6 remarkable escapes across the wall. Anyways, let's check this out together. I'm going to go ahead and block out Pikachu's face because, we need to go get in this video, see exactly what kind of vibes we're working with today. Interesting vibes for sure. And, you might have noticed your boy got a new mic. It's been kind of obvious the last few videos, but I'm really hype. I'm trying to improve the audio quality because if I'm not going to edit the videos like that, I at least want y'all to hear my voice in 4K. So let me know how the audio sounds in the comments down below, and let's get into this thing and see exactly what we're working with. Los Gets. Oh my God. What the freak? Are they really? What? Okay. 6 remarkable escapes across the Berlin Wall. Let's go. Gonna narration or just animation?
The East German soldier,
nice.
Wolfgang Angles, may have helped to build the wall, but 2 years later, he had enough of it.
Wow.
In April 1963, he stole a parked armored personnel carrier.
Oh, what? Okay, I guess Buddy was definitely, yeah, that's ballsy, bro. That's like GTA 5-star level tactics right there.
And left the military base.
Oh my God.
It wasn't the best laid plan.
No, it
He
wasn't.
simply planned to go directly through the wall with the tank.
What? Oh no, he got caught. I know he got caught. Let me see. He got caught, right?
A few hundred meters from the border, he leaned out of the vehicle and offered bystanders a ride to the west, but no one joined him.
They were like, we don't want that kind of smoke, sir. You can go by yourself. I'm not sure. Did he make it on the other side of the wall? I'm curious now. Maybe it worked.
Angles then put his foot down and launched at full speed the tank into the concrete barrier.
And it probably didn't work.
He didn't break cleanly through, and dramatically the exit door was still on the east side.
Oh my God, bro. Cringe, bruh. So the entire front of the car got through, but his side didn't. So he probably got tore up after that, bruh.
He got out and climbed over the bonnet, but a guard who had arrived at the scene shot him at close range.
Oh, Jesus.
Although he had been shot, he still managed to climb the wall, but got stuck on the barbed wire.
Oh my God, bruh. They probably turned him into Swiss cheese, 100%.
And the guard shot him again in the back. Finally, a West Berlin border guard who had witnessed the escape attempt returned fire to the east.
Oh, wow. I did not know that. That seems dramatic. Long story short, I think old dude didn't make it. It doesn't seem like he didn't make that wall escape.
Buying Engels some time, but the fugitive lost consciousness on the wall.
Yeah.
During the exchange of fire, some West Berliners rushed from a nearby pub and pulled Engels down to safety.
What? Hey, he did make it over. That's insane. Okay, that's tough.
If someone was caught making a violation of the borderline, border men were allowed to shoot them down without orders.
Oh my God.
How did it come to this?
Seriously.
After the defeat of the Nazi regime in 1945, Germany was put under the control of the Allied forces with the U.S.
Oh my God.
British, French, and Soviets each having their own zones of occupation.
Okay.
The Cold War incited a strong flow of emigration from the East to the West.
Yeah, because the East was pretty much super toxic territory, man. Like, I mean, from what I've seen and what I've heard, like, it was not the place to be. Jobs were at an all-time low. Like, living there was like, it was bad. It was really bad. I mean, come on, people were trying. We're literally reacting to top 6 remarkable escapes across the wall, and I can promise you nobody was escaping to get inside of East Berlin, although East Berlin portrayed itself as the pinnacle of perfection when Russia had control over it and stuff like that. We all know the truth, because that was not it, Chief. That was not it. I've learned so much about this era. I'm still learning new things about that particular era and the history and stuff. And I mean, from the Cold War all the way from World War II, actually, even from World War I all the way up through the Cold War, there are so many things I don't know still. And there's so many new things I continuously learn, or I'm continuously learning. Not the same things, obviously. And it blows my mind because it's like putting together the pieces of a gigantic puzzle, you know? And I don't know, it's had my interest since I was 12, because I'm like, Jesus, like, how much stuff happened during this time? Like, it seems like it's a world war. So you have like the entire world is at war. And of course, you know, the economy at that time was a very interesting place to be as well. Not in a good way, obviously. And, I don't know. There was so much going on, so many different stories, so many slices of history that weren't really emphasized like that when I dive into these types of videos, I'm always learning something. And I think that's crazy. I think it's good that we can amplify and really, analyze the details of that time period so nothing gets overlooked. You know what I mean? I think that's important.
So much so that in 1961, East Germany's communist leaders decided that a wall should be built around West Berlin to prevent their citizens fleeing to the West.
Jesus.
And to prevent the intrusion of possible agents.
Now, the smart aleck retort would be, oh, well, if you have such confidence in the East being so desirable, why build a wall? I mean, why build a wall? If you're that confident, there should be no need. People should freely be able to go back and forth to whatever side they want to, right? But we all know why. That's
spies.
Insane.
The people living in the East were confined without the possibility of crossing the border.
Jesus.
The desperation inspired hundreds of escape attempts, not all successful, but some absolutely creative.
Yeah, seriously.
Harry Dieterling was a train engineer about to be transferred to a labor and re-education camp after refusing to comply to state programs. 4 months after the construction of the wall, he saw his opening, literally, in a train crossing to West Berlin's.
Oh, damn, that is really straightforward. He must have made it.
Scheduled for permanent closure. There was no time to waste.
Okay.
He gathered his family and some friends on the train during his shift, just 5 days before the dismantling of the tracks.
That's nice.
When Dieterling approached the last station, instead of slowing down to stop, he opened up the throttle and disconnected the safety brake so that no one could stop the train. There were 32 people on that train, including 7 passengers who didn't realize what they had gotten into.
Oh, well, you about to get yourself into some job opportunities, because you're definitely about to break through into West Germany. That's insane.
The guards, also caught by surprise, didn't fire a single shot.
Exactly, because no one predicted it, man. No one knew what the heck was going on. Could have assumed that it was a train failure or a train malfunction or something. That's clever, dude.
The runaway train smashed full speed into the barrier protecting the border and ended its journey in the West Berlin district of Spandau.
Wow, that's crazy.
Horst Klein was a trapeze artist living in East Berlin who was...
So, moral of the story is that train conductor made it. His friends made it. Family made it. That's a success story. This is another one, I think.
Banned from performing for his anti-communist ideas. He noticed a cable spanning across the Berlin Wall and decided to flee, doing what he did best.
Oh my God. I know I shouldn't be laughing, but bro, what? This man tight-roped, bro. People were not playing, dog. They were trying to get the hell up out of there, bro. This man tight-roped across the line to get to the other side. And bro, at that point, you gotta you let it go. Just let it go, bro. Like, just all right, yeah, whatever. Do your thing, bro. Like, if because I'm pretty sure anybody that noticed him doing that, they're like, ooh, he's either gonna fall, or if he makes it, he deserves to make it, bro. Like that's respect, bro. Like, how many people would you think, like, would even think of something like that, let alone have the ability to do something like look at what? Because you could also get electrocuted too, couldn't you?
During a cold winter night of 1962, he climbed an electric utility pole, reached a high-voltage cable,
oh my God,
and started moving hand over hand over the wall.
Oh, hand over hand. He didn't tightrope it yet.
At some point, his arms became too tired, and he tried to use his legs too, dangling a perilous 18 meters above the guards patrolling the area.
Jesus, bruh. That's intense. And imagine, there's two big things, right? He's like, damned if you do, damned if you don't, right? There's also a way you can wrap your legs so you don't fall. Like, it's a jujitsu technique where you can just like lock your arms, lock your legs, and you literally can sit there for a long time and not fall. Like a long time, even if your arms are dog tired, you know, and whatnot. But like I said, the damned if you do is if he does it and he fails, he could fall to his death. You know, there's so many different things. But on top of that too, if he gets spotted, right, they could just turn him into Swiss cheese. They got, you know what I'm saying, Waffen and stuff like that. So, and that's not looking pretty for him. On top of that, he's literally doing this on a high voltage cable. If there's a break in that cable, or it for some reason can't hold his weight and it snaps, or something goes wrong, he could fry himself. That is insane. Like, the gravity of how hard people were going to just literally escape it's shocking. It's mind-blowing. I mean, I know I laughed earlier, but that's because I've never in my life heard of something like that. Like, never, bruh. Like, what?
Klein was far from safety, yet outside the range of the searchlights. Unfortunately, his hands numbed in the cold, and he lost his grip, falling down.
Oh, no.
Klein broke both of his arms in the fall, but luckily, he landed just a few feet over the western side of the wall.
Hey, let's go. Hey, okay, because that almost sounded like a not so successful story. Wow. So he barely made it over, bruh. Well, he did. It worked out. It worked out. So, dang.
21-year-old Ingo Bethke dreamed of seeing the world, but his dream could never become a reality as long as he was trapped in East Germany.
Well, of course.
Ingo had become familiar with the Elbe River while serving as a border guard and decided the Elbe would be his path to freedom.
The what?
One night in 1975, he went to a dimly lit area by the river, but escape would not be easy. To reach the bank, Ingo needed to pass through a heavy metal fence with tripwires that activated floodlights when touched.
Oh, wow.
Now,
oh, my God. This dude is yeah, like I said, every single person that made it through, bruh, like, they deserve to make it through. I mean, all the people that didn't also deserve to make it through as well. But these guys, like, what the heck? Like, they literally earned it. Like, they can't, like, I don't think you can take the people back at that time, right? Like, once they escape, like, that's it. Like, okay, well, we can't get you. You know what I mean? But, like, because the people who didn't make it, unfortunately, I feel like were tortured or something. But this, bro, like, the people who were making it through were doing, like, tactics like this. Like, they were outsmarting the hell out of everybody on that side, on the eastern side, bro. Like, this is insane. This is intense. This is like some James Bond level stuff.
next was the barbed wire barrier, and behind that, a strip dotted with mines.
Oh my God.
When he finally reached the riverbank, he blew up an air mattress and silently paddled to the other side.
Oh, he made it, bro. He made it. And now, like the narrator was saying, it was not an easy feat. This was not an easy feat at all. But was it worth it? 100%. Like, imagine the intensity, especially crawling through an area of landmines, and you're pretty much face to face with landmines all around you. That is insane. Tripwire on the fence that sets off like floodlights. What? And he made it past all that? That to me is insane.
8 years later, Holger Bethke, Ingo's brother, also decided to flee. But the Elbe River...
8 years? How long did this last? How long did Russia have control over the eastern side of Berlin? 8 years, bruh? I thought it was a few years and then that shit was over with. Like, how long was this Cold War stuff? I should know this, but I don't. So let me know in the comments down below. 8 years, bruh? That's wild.
River had been even more heavily fortified. He had to choose another way.
True.
For weeks, Holger and a friend prepared for the escape by working out and practicing archery.
Archery?
In
Why?
March 1983, the two dressed as electricians entered the chosen building where they hid in the attic.
Okay.
Under the cover of darkness, Holger shot a nylon line over the wall using a bow and arrow.
Okay.
However, with only 3 arrows, he missed the first 2 shots. He finally sent the last arrow over the border and beyond the opposite house, and tied his end around a chimney. Ingo was waiting on the other side with the nylon line, retrieved a steel cable over the wall, and fastened it to his car.
Wait a minute. Pause. So there was already somebody on the other side of the wall? Because I'm confused. There was somebody on the other side of the wall. Right? Because somebody tied it to the top of their house. Another person tied it to the... Go back. What? Go back.
And tied his
Right here.
nylon line.
So he shot a nylon line.
In March 1983, the two dressed as electricians entered the chosen building where they hid in the attic.
All right.
Under the cover of darkness, Holger shot a nylon line over the wall using a bow and arrow.
Okay.
However, with only 3 arrows, he missed the first 2 shots.
Yes.
He finally sent the last arrow over the border and beyond the opposite house, and tied his end around a chimney.
Oh, so he had a plug in the western side, and the person was with the they had this whole thing super planned. So he saw the arrow, took it, tied it to his car. That makes sense. That's tight.
Ingo was waiting on the other side with the nylon line.
Okay.
Retrieved a steel cable
That
over
makes
the wall
sense.
and fastened it to his car.
That's tough.
He then drove a few meters forward to pull the cable taut.
Yep.
With the line prepared, Holger launched himself down the track,
Woo!
using the rope as a zip line, hanging onto an iron pulley. Moments from freedom, Holger realized the line wasn't steep enough, and he came to a stop before the end of the line.
Oh, shit.
Stranded on the cable, there was no going back. He had to move forward. He used his hands to push himself forward and found a balcony just below him, where he jumped into West Berlin.
Oh, hell yeah, bro. That's scary. Like, stopping... And then imagine your arms are tired, bro. They're tired. So like stopping and you're like, oh shit. And then like having to crawl. But that's why he had to work out. Like imagine if they didn't work out at all. First off, they would have fallen off like halfway through the zip line thing. Because they'd be like, I can't hold on to this shit. Like that's important, bro. Like being able to hold on to a pull-up bar for like, they probably timed each other too. Probably like having to hold on for like a 3-minute minimum or something. That's impressive. That is impressive. I did not realize how intense this was. Like I thought there was just a divide, and then like of course, you know, the Soviet Union was like really hard on the people in the East, and then people in the East were like, we need better jobs, like we're literally struggling right now. So they were trying to escape to the West. But I thought that like maybe there were a few escapes or a few people that tried to make the attempt, not a lot, you know. And then they're like, okay, well, they're super serious about us not leaving, so I guess we'll just stay put. But no, apparently there were hundreds of thousands of people trying to leave East Berlin. And I didn't really, I guess, understand really or comprehend the seriousness of how badly people wanted to leave, to make literally to make this many escape attempts. And then these were the ones that made it, and you could tell a lot of these had some luck to it. Like if you notice the one thing that these successful escape attempts have in common is they all had a slice of luck, because without the luck, the guy would have fallen on the eastern side. Other dude would have, the train would have stopped right before it was supposed to break through the barrier, you know. Or, and in the case of this gentleman right here, he could have gotten tired and fallen off. and broke his arms, or possibly even like left this earth on the eastern side. So it's super crazy. I had no idea, man.
Surveillance systems improved from year to year, and by 1989, escape was almost impossible.
Wow.
But the Bethke brothers had a third sibling still in the East, and they decided to risk everything to bring him over the border. They bought 2 ultralight planes and modified them with
oh my God. Yo, y'all, I'm telling you, this is insane. They were not playing. They were not playing around. Like, this is wild.
Powerful engines to carry 2 people instead of 1. Their plan, pretend to be Russian pilots, and to make things seem more believable, they glued 2 red stars under the wings of the ultralights.
Oh my God.
Dressed in fake Russian uniforms, they took off at dawn, heading towards Treptower Park.
They probably went to like a Halloween store or something like that. That's crazy.
Where their brother was waiting in East Germany. Flying over the border, the brothers had waged that nobody would dare to shoot down an identified object during the Cold War.
True.
And they retrieved Egbert and flew to the west without raising any suspicion.
That is the most clever escape tactic I think I've seen on here. Requires a lot of work, and how the heck do they even get access to a plane? But that is foolproof, safe, like the most clever escape plan. But like I said, there was some luck with this too, because imagine if someone's like, we don't have planes flying at this time. Because they could have checked in with each other and stuff, you know, if things seemed a bit off. So there was some luck with this, but bro, this is insane.
When they took off, Egbert was haunted by a thought that all people who cross the border as refugees have.
Oh God.
Leaving behind a whole life, your city, your people.
True.
And not knowing you'll ever be able to meet them again.
True. That's so sad. That is so sad, bro. Well, that's pretty much the end of this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Like I said, I had no idea how intense the Berlin situation was, as far as like, you know, people trying to escape and whatnot. I knew that it was like, I mean, the Cold War was pretty bad, but no one really emphasized, at least in any history class I've had, how intense, like, you know, things were in Germany as far as like the East and the West during the Cold War. I thought it was like kind of like more like a little less, almost like a sports rivalry in a way. I know it sounds weird for me to even say that, but you know, kind of like something along that line, but it's slightly more intense than that. But I didn't even realize that they were putting like laws in place, like, oh, if you see people escaping, like, take them out of this world, you know. I didn't realize it was that bad. But let me know in the comments down below. Maybe there's some more that I don't know, so keep your boy informed. It's very interesting. Very interesting. Never thought I would ever check out a video like that. It's literally a list video for top 6 escapes over the Berlin Wall. What? Very informative. A very good video, actually. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, comment, subscribe. Turn your post notifications. We post videos every single day. And I will see you guys soon. Take care. Peace. Well, 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 what a pleasure it is to see all of your beautiful faces at the end of this lovely video. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'm sure you know, as I've mentioned in the past, we do have a Discord that's linked in the description down below, and we would love to have you a part of the world's greatest community ever, Bray Gang. Yes, if you've made it to this point in the video, you're officially a part of the community. So go ahead, join the Discord server. Link is in the description down below. And we also have other social media as well, like Instagram, Twitter. We're live. We go live on Twitch quite often as well. So it would behoove you to, you know, go ahead and subscribe to the Twitch channel at twitch.tv/JamesBrayGang. Join the cause and be a part of the greatest, literally the greatest community ever. Okay, it's simple. Just go ahead and do those little things. We're trying to grow on all these little platforms and everything, and it really means a lot. Now, I know you guys stumbled up across the channel and you're like, what does this guy post? Like, what kind of content does he post? Reactions, vlogs, pretty much whatever comes to my mind. All right, it's random content. I don't know what I'm gonna be posting 10 years from now, but I do know that you can stick along for the journey, and it really means a lot. Now, for every single person that subscribes and follows all of the accounts that I have made, and all the links will be in the description down below, that's an automatic entry for any future giveaways I decide to have. I'll remind you when the giveaways take place but you'll be surprised what I will be giving away because you guys have supported me so much up to this point, and it's only right that I do the same thing back. Thank you guys so much for being amazing, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Peace.